It's time for Friday night football action. Let's enter the end zone with your host, Bill Shanks.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the End Zone. I'm Bill Shanks from Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon. Later, we'll have our game of the week, Stratford hosting Tatnall. But first, we get going with action in tough Region 2 AAA. Westside came into the game tonight with Mary Persons at 6-2, while Rodney Walker's Bulldogs were 5-3. So Mary Persons really in a must-win situation if they held out any hope for the playoffs. The Seminoles had bounced back well after losing to Peach County a few weeks ago, winning 3 games in a row themselves. Back up I-75 to Forsyth for the highlights. Always a great crowd at Dan Pitt Stadium. Here we go for some of the action now. And a good crowd there on hand. First possession there for Westside. Daniel Duhart is going to take off, keep the football, and watch him go. He is going to roll and go 65 yards for the touchdown. And a pretty nice and impressive run there by Westside. The PAT would be good, and it's 7-0 Westside. Then the crowd gets shocked, and they get ready to watch some defense. All right, Mary Persons' first possession. Pretty much 3 and out because of that defense for the Seminoles. Here you go, pass attempt, and they are stopped cold, and Rodney Walker tries to get his troops going there, and Westside gets it back. Mary Persons also played some good defense. Pass played by Duhart, knocked down by the Mary Persons defense. Here's another play here. Duhart back looking, scrambling, running up the middle, but stopped, hard hit there. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Love that dog. All right, Mary Persons gets the football back, but again, could not score. 2 plays here. Again, running play. Nope, can't do it. Fumble the ball. They jump on it. But Westside would get it back as that defense is so tough. Now the quarterback, Daniel Duhart, back to pass, looks, finds the receiver right there. It's Rick Merritt, and watch him go 95 yards for a long touchdown here. He scores. The PAT would be no good, and Westside's up 13-0. Now Westside back, and they're going to get an interception here. Mary Persons with a turnover. Brian Jones runs it 25 yards for the score. PAT was good. That made it 20-0. And Mary Persons would lose this game 27-14, the final there, as the Seminoles are now 7-2. They are in the driver's seat. Going to be tough now. Looks like the Bulldogs won't make it. They are now 5-4. Jamaica now, Thompson Stadium, Putnam County at Northeast. Here we go, second quarter action. Northeast is going to have the ball first. Adarius Davis with a 15-yard pass to Raquez Thomas, and he's going to go, and watch him go. 55 yards for the touchdown there for Northeast. The PAT would be good, and it's 7-0 Raiders out on top. There you go. Second quarter still. Northeast of the ball, Darius Davis with a pass, back to pass, and it's going to be picked off. Trey Martin is going to run it back about 15 yards before Hill will take him down. And then for Putnam, Hill will hand off to Martez Waller, who gets Putnam County a little bit closer near the 3. Then Hill, the handoff to Waller again, who's going to run up the middle and score for Putnam County. The War Eagles on the board. The touchdown, the PAT made it 7-7. Northeast now the ball. Curtis Wisby with the ball. He's going to run it. He's a tough little running back for the Raiders. Again with the run. Now Northeast handoff to Massey, who runs up the middle for a small gain. And then Adarius Davis with the pass. Here you go, Dante Gaston, who's going to take the ball 25 yards and get stopped by Reed just short of the goal line there. And then Davis again, the handoff to Wisby, who will run up the middle and score for the touchdown. And that made it 14-7 Northeast. But Putnam County would come back and win this game in overtime, 27-21. Tough loss for the Raiders there. They fall to 3-6, and they're probably out of it. They host Crawford County next week. Coming up next, the Battle of the North Sides from Columbus and Warner Robins. Plus, we'll check on 2 big games of the GISA. We're back with more right after this. Welcome back. I'm Bill Shanks. Let's start segment 2 now with a trip to Warner Robins and check on the Northside Eagles. Tonight, they hosted another Northside, the Northside Patriots from Columbus. The Eagles rolling to another outstanding season under their new head coach, Kevin Kinsler. Could they keep it up in the undefeated record tonight? Back to McConnell Talbot Stadium we go for some of the highlights of this game and check out, of course, the great crowd on hand watching their Northside Eagles. All right, here you go. The Eagles start strong. They block a punt, and Miguel Williams will recover it. Chris Vickers gets it for the touchdown for the Eagles, gets them on the board first. Later in the first now, Eagles driving. Briar Van Brunt takes the ball on the keeper around the right side. He's going to pick up about 20 yards right there. Eagles knocking on the door inside the 5. Stephon Cross gets the carry up the middle and scores 14-0. Eagles out on top. Then the Patriots answer on the next drive. the quarterback, finds Joshua Burnham for the 81-yard touchdown. Look at that. That's a pretty nice play right there by the Patriots from Columbus. That makes it 14-7. Northside Eagles still on top. Second quarter now, Eagles with the ball. Van Brunt pitches it to Chris Vickers, and he's going to be blasted, loses the football. The Patriots recover after a crucial false start penalty on the Patriots. The Eagles defense will hold the Patriots to a field goal, and the kick right here will be up and good for the Patriots to make it 14-10. Eagles still on top. Eagles running game then gets it going. Van Brunt, the quarterback, up the middle on the draw, picks up a nice gain there. Then Shaquille O'Neal is going to get it. He's going to run the ball for 10 yards up the middle, setting the door up for on the goal line now. O'Neal will trot in for the touchdown, untouched for 6 points there. That made it 21-10. Eagles go on to win easily 45-10. They are now 9-0. They host Hardaway next week. Back to Macon we go. Mount DeSales hosting John Millage. And the Cavaliers start off strong here with their quarterback. And they have had a great season offensively at Mount DeSales. Bradley Smith is going to try to grab a first down with a quick run right there. He runs to the left side. Nice play there by Smith. After the first down, Smith again hands the ball to Chris Swain. And you know what he's going to do. He's done it all year long. And here's his run of the week. I mean, it's just like new week, new touchdown for Chris Swain. 84 yards easily. Mount DeSales would pick up the PAT and get it up and good. That would make it 7-0 just before the end of the first quarter of play. All right, Mount DeSales now starts off the second quarter just as strong. Again, Smith goes to work. Bradley Smith's going to fire the ball to Brandon Sartain, who runs the ball in for, well, look at this run right there. Cuts back to the left and is going to run for the touchdown, and that would make it 14-0. Cavs out on top. Now, Cavs aren't done yet. Bradley Smith is going to get going again. He's going to toss the ball to Miles Swain, and watch this run. Back to the middle, and he's going to cut, and you're not going to stop this kid. These Swain kids are unbelievable. That made it 21-0, Mount DeSales. Then Smith again is going to find Brandon Sartain again for another touchdown, and he breaks away. Watch this. I mean, Sartain with some great runs right here. He's going to cut back toward the middle and go toward the left side there and score, but they call it back, believe it or not. Very next play, Bradley Smith's going to see an opportunity and go for it. He's going to try to score. They almost pull him down. He's at the 15, 20 rather, 10, 5, and he's going to score, but nope, they call it back. Third time, the charm. Here you go. Smith again. The ball to Sartain, who runs it in for the touchdown. It's all Cavs, 48-15. They are now 9-0 on the year, and they just cruise to another win. They are at Tatnall next week. Up next, our game of the week, Tatnall at Stratford. We're back with more right after this. Now it's time for our game of the week, Tatnall at Stratford. This is one of the better rivals in Macon, and it's even better when both teams are doing well. That's the case this season with the Trojans at 6-1, the Eagles at 6-2. Tatnall had won 6 in a row coming into the game, and the defense has been pretty awesome in this winning streak, but tonight they would have to deal with Stratford's Marquez Lemon, one of the best running backs in Middle Georgia. Here you go, out to Eagle Field in North Macon for the video where the band was playing a little Fiddler on the Roof. If I Were a Rich Man, right by the Braves. All right, Tatnall's defense, tough early on. Marquez Lemon met at the line of scrimmage by Heath Gerald. No gain there. Stratford wound up punting it away. Now the Trojans would get the ball on their own 47. Handoff to senior Andrew Parker, who had himself a game. Nice run there to the 18 for a pickup of 35. But the Eagles defense, well, they played pretty well too. Tatnall, the quarterback, John Rader, will scramble to his right side, but he's going to be run down by Greer Smith here. Tatnall would have to turn it over in downs, but they would get it back later on in the first quarter on their own 35. The handoff to Parker again. He's going to get a nice run here. Cuts to the left. Stratford to the Stratford 40 for a gain of about 25, but they'd wind up punting again. It was a punting contest early on, no score. In the first quarter, good D by both teams. Then second quarter, Stratford to punt. Drew Akaki fumbles his snap like he's Brooks Conrad, but he picks it up and runs for the first down there. And the next play, watch what happens. That was a huge play for Stratford because Marquez Lemon gets the direct snap, and he is going to take off. Watch this from his own 44, right side, and you can't catch this kid. He is fast. They try to drag him down, but he's in the end zone for 6 points. Now Stratford's kicker, Ryan Ridley, was out, but Morgan Sowell comes in, gets the PAT, it's good, and the Eagles were up 7-0 with 7:34 left in the first half. More good D now. Tatnall on the Eagles 21, 4th and 1, but Stratford would stop them and get the ball back, but the Eagles just could not move the ball and had to punt it away. And Cole Waddell is going to get the short punt here for Tattnall and run it back all the way to the Eagles' 18-yard line. The flag coming up right there would give them even better field position. Then 3 plays later in the drive, Stratford on the 5, John Rader, the touchdown for Tattnall to get them on the board. Hard hit there, but he gets in the end zone for 6 points after the PAT. The game was tied at 7 late in the first half. That was the score at the half. Now, second half, this is it, our 5-star drive of the week. Second half, Tattnall on their own 39. Andrew Parker again picks up about 19. Second down now from the 45. Parker again for 9. Up the middle, nice run. Next play, the handoff, Andrew Layson to the 30. A gain of about 6. John Rader then, the quarterback for Tattnall, gets it to Parker. Look at this nice run here on the left side. He's going to get down all the way to about the 10-yard line. And then on the 10, this fakes me out. Sorry, guys, I just got faked out. Rader to Lacing, touchdown Tattnall. PAT would be good. That made it 14-7. That was our 5-star play drive of the week. And Tattnall would hold on and win this game 21-14. They are now 7-1. The Eagles fall to 6-3. Big win there for Tattnall, and they take on Mount Sells next week. We'll have more scores from around the state of Georgia coming up right after this. Every weekday afternoon from 3 until 6, it's the Bill Shanks Show on WPLA, Fox Sports 1670 AM. You can also listen online at www.foxsports1670.com. We talk sports, take your phone calls. Also the home of the Dan Patrick Show, Jim Rome. And tomorrow at 4, the Saturday Scoreboard with Bobby Pope. Let's check on more scores now. Here's Dustin Wilson with more. Dustin?
Yeah, Bill, we've got a lot of scores to get to. Let's go ahead and get to those now. We start with Thomas County Central 21, Warner Robins 17. The Union Grove Wolverines won in a nail-biter in overtime 27-26. The Baldwin Braves, they are rolling right now 9-0 after defeating Rutland 35-10. Baldwin will play Peach County, who is also 9-0. Perry 33, Central 7. The Panthers move to 6-3. Peach County, just mentioned them, 52-7 over Howard. They move to 9-0. Veterans got another win, 21-15 over West Lawrence. Bleckley County 41, Dodge County 7. Bleckley County now 4-5. Jefferson County 28, Dublin Fighting Irish 7. Jefferson County now 7-1-1. The Lincoln County Red Devils 8-1 now. They won 69-14 over Twiggs County, and Lincoln County will host Wilkinson County next week. Deerfield Windsor 21, Westfield 7. Deerfield Windsor Knights are now 9-0, and they will travel to Southland Academy next week. Couple of stats for you. Running back Malik Bailey for Perry had 12 carries for 91 yards and 3 touchdowns. Bill, a lot of good action going on. A lot of people looking forward to next week against Peach County and Baldwin County.
All right, that's good scores there. Let's remind you about our NFL game for Sunday night. Don't forget, Sunday night, right here on 41 NBC, the Steelers and the Saints. Should be a good ball game. And if you're a Falcon fan, you know, go Steelers. All right, finally, don't forget next week should be a great game. Mountain Sales are undefeated at Tattnall. Tattnall's 7-1 on the year. That's going to be a great game. We can't wait for that. Should be an exciting game of the week for us. That's all the time we have. We're back next week for the final week, how about that, of the regular season. For now, I'm Bill Shanks. Thank you for being with us. For all of us at 41 NBC, good night.